morning. Welcome, everyone. This is Motivation Monday. Welcome. I hope you all had a great weekend. Hope you all had a very, very busy week writing lots of policies. So today is February 24th. My goodness, where is the year going so far? So let's start off with today's quote. Envy was just the tax you paid for success. So again, welcome to Motivation Monday. So we're going to go over the tip of the week, the sales shout outs, which is my personal favorite, and then reasons customers don't buy. There is a ton of different reasons customers don't buy. So I'm just going to go over a few of the common ones that I was coming across and finding. And of course, you know, by personal deduction, some of the reasons why I don't buy. So I hope you find this helpful. So let me just go ahead and we'll get it started, okay? So our tip of the week, I am happy to announce that Cigna PPO network is now available in Nebraska. Yes, this is true. We're offering the enhanced PPO and the copay enhanced PPO plan levels in Nebraska now. So this is going to bring our total count of the short-term medical with the Cigna PPO, not to be confused with the Aetna PPO network. This is the Cigna PPO network to 17 states. Constantly adding, so you know, keep an eye up on that, and that's under the NatGen products. Again, it is the enhanced PPO as well as the copay enhanced PPO. I'm super excited about this. I think it's great. So let's talk about, this is my favorite part. Now, in advance, if by some reason this is one of your names, I apologize. Again, I apologize for not having said your name correctly. So again, so please forgive me in advance. So for the week of February 17th, under the short-term medical, we have the NatGen is the highest sales. And then of course, under the limited med, we have Golden Rule. And then under accident, we have NatGen. Critical illness, we're again at NatGen. And then under the dental, we have Golden Rule. So for the sales personnel with the highest numbers for the week of February the 17th, under the short-term medical, we have William Cox, Katia Santamaria, and Evan Tunis. Under the limited med, Aaron Ellis, Jacob Gordon. Under the accident, we again have William Cox and Kimberly Lucart. Now, again, you guys, great job, wonderful sales. We hope that you continue to have those sales and, you know, keep pushing. Now, one of the things that I did want to kind of touch on in case I didn't make it clear, under the Cigna PPO network, this is under, again, the NatGen. So please make note of that. We're now up to 17 states, which is really great. And please do not confuse the Cigna with the Aetna for the state of Nebraska. As it states here, Nebraska, this is under the enhanced PPO and the copay enhanced. We have had some questions about that coming through this morning. So I apologize for going backwards, but I did want to pre-emphasize and put strong emphasis on this is under the NatGen product. So super proud of this, super happy about this. So let's get into the Motivation Monday of the week. So reasons customers don't buy. Now we've all had situations and stuff that's gone on that we're like, no, not buying from that person, or whatever the not so great situation is, we can all relate on one level or another as to why we are not supporting a particular person or their business practices. So we can, again, we can all relate to this on one level or another. So let's think from a customer's perspective, okay? So the most common reason why people are not buying is your product doesn't meet that person's needs. So we have emphasized and put strong emphasis in the past about educating your customers. You'll note that it says doesn't meet the needs of the customer. So this is a great opportunity for you to educate your customer, not only on maybe various types of products. People think they know what they want until they're educated. I myself have had a situation just recently. I was stuck on, I want a particular type of car. And nope, I wanted it. It was everything that I wanted. And then I started getting some education on said car. Well, then when I found out that the maintenance, no, it was a lot more money than I wanted to spend. So again, this is the perfect time for you to educate your customer on what's out there. Misguided the market, misgauge the market. Again, this goes back to the people think they know what they want till they're educated. Customers are searching for benefits, for features. So just because many years ago, I worked in Allstate, and Allstate was notorious at the time for having certain products that they wanted sold every quarter. There were certain products you were supposed to talk your insured into that particular product. It may not have been what was best for the customer, but it was what was best for the agency because they were receiving additional benefits. So customers are looking at quick, cheap, but that may not, again, take care of their needs. So just because the benefit looks good, when you get into further detail with your insured, again, this is a perfect opportunity for you to educate your insured on what they think they need versus what they really need. So this is one of my tried and true. I found a better price elsewhere. We've all heard it. We've all even done it. So this is not uncommon for customers not to purchase due to price, whether the price is too high, whether the price is too low. But at the end, this is where your services, you as the service person, the agent, you're building a relationship with someone, and you want them to actually go with you rather than like a large conglomerate. This is where you yourself are building a relationship and they trust you. You're also going, again, back to that education, drawing attention to the benefits of the product and your particular services. You know, I have a friend of mine who says, well, I buy, you know, from large box stores because I don't want to deal with the smaller setups. Okay, but when everything goes wrong and you can't get a hold of them, are you running then to the smaller mom and pop setups, the smaller agencies, the smaller setups for help because you can't get a hold of anyone? More than likely. But again, by you having that amazing customer service, people are going to tend to want to stick to you. I personally would pay more money because I'm getting better service as opposed to just being a number. None of us want to spend our money and just feel like we're not appreciated. People don't feel secure. We can all relate to this. People need to feel safe and protected. Why am I going to give my personal information to you? Well, if I don't know you and I don't trust you, I'm not giving you that personal information, because I don't know if you yourself and what your practices are, and you as a person, if you are going to take care of my information. People don't like handing over sensitive details to just anyone. Strangers, I myself even am very cautious when I had to give my information over when I was recently purchasing a home. I didn't know this broker. I had to do a lot of research before I was comfortable the feedback on that particular person. Now, assure people that your checkout process is secure. I myself do not tend to use websites that I'm comfortable with. If I note that the website is old and out of date, I'm pretty sure that their security is more than likely old and out of date. So of course, I'm not going to be putting my credit card information in an unsecured, what I think is an unsecured website. So since we're talking about websites, let's get in a little deeper. You can't figure out a website. We've all seen it. You've gotten on a website and you're like, whoa, wait, way too much going on here, way too many things. So the content could use a makeover. How many times have you went onto a website and you've noticed that the information is really old and you're like, no, because if they're in my world, if I don't feel comfortable and I see that your website is kind of older and the content is older, that tells me that you're not staying on top of it. And if you're not on top of it, then who's to say that everything, the information you're giving me on that website is also up to date? Kind of scary. I personally don't want to deal with it. Stick to what people expect. Well, okay, yes, I've had people ask, wait a minute, why am I going to stick to people? Why am I going to stick to what people expect? If I'm looking to buy health insurance, I go on your website, I would very much appreciate if the contents of your website is referring to just that, health insurance. If your website is car insurance, that's great. But I myself am looking for health insurance. Please don't have, like for example, Japanese anime talking about, oh my goodness, what is that? The big conglomeration that they do annually for you to go check out, the Comic-Con. You don't want Comic-Con information on your particular health insurance website. You want things that are related to what you do. You don't want to confuse people. When people are confused, they go somewhere else. So make the process simple as possible. People are super busy, so they want to keep it simple. When you keep it simple, it's a time saver in a lot of people's worlds. You know, between having a family, running all over the place, keeping everyone busy, commuting, you want to spend half your morning trying to figure out someone's website, and am I doing this right? Am I putting the information in the correct place? Again, keep it poor customer service. Now, we've all dealt with poor customer service in one way or another, whether that's in a restaurant, in a little flower shop. Recently, for those of you that have bought for your Valentine, poor customer service is frustrating. I personally, I hang up or I walk away. Frustrating. How many times have you called somewhere and you're put on hold and you're waiting for hours and hours or even days to get a simple answer to a question. Customer service can make or break any business. Customers want answers and they want them fast. This is a true statement. I myself, I don't have a lot of free time. So when I'm taking time out of my day to call and inquire or approach someone for information, ideally, yes, I would like it fast. But for those situations where you don't know the answer, don't guess. Please don't guess. Just acknowledge, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't have the answer. Let me do a little research and I'll call you back or I'll email you back. What is your best mode for me to follow up with you? There is nothing worse than people just saying what you want to hear and then dropping the ball, not calling you back, because then again, bad customer service. You as the agent, you could have the best relationship, but if your customer service is lacking, everything else falls into place. You know, some statistics were showing that it's 1 out of 10 rule, 1 out of 7 rule. For every one person you make angry, they tell 10 people. As opposed to you making them happy, they will tell 4 people. Now, that statistic can vary. I've seen it go a lot higher on who you complain to and a lot lower on or higher on who you can tell when you've had a great experience. So that, just keep that open mind. It's basically, in a nutshell, people are willing to talk when you're not happy about their service, more so than when they are happy about their service. Lack of customer reviews. This is kind of important. 9 out of 10 customers read reviews. How many of you go on Google to read reviews on Google or Yelp? A lot of us tend to review and check things out before we're willing to take that next step, whether it is for purchasing a service or a restaurant. We all, at one point in a time in our lives, we all check out a review online. Reviews are really important. And then customer reviews are one of the most trusted forms of advertising. This is a true statement. 70% of customers will leave a review if you ask. Now, this is a statistic that I found really interesting. Reviews online cost you nothing. Since you have a great relationship with that customer, and as we've talked in prior weeks, we've asked people for, hey, do you have any referrals? Do you have friends that could utilize my services? When you're done with that, work somewhere in there for them to give you a review, whether it's on your personal website or Yelp or Google, because remember, people are more likely to use a service or shop somewhere where customer reviews are high and trusted, or your friends and family have given you a great review on someone. I know personally I am. All right, guys. So remember, if you have any problems, questions, concerns, or again, if you're kind of second guessing something, customer service related, you can always email the training team at ahcpsales.com, or you can call that agency service number at 877-228-8773. And we always have someone there that is able to assist you. Again, if you question it, rather than and let your insured know that, hey, you know what, that's a great question. Let me go ahead and double check that information and let me get back to you. People would rather that you acknowledge your shortcomings than make up something. Because when you make up something, chances are you might be wrong. And if that's the case, that makes people angry when they find out otherwise. Again, be honest and upfront with your insureds. All right, guys, again, training questions, emails, training at ahcpsales.com or the phone number. Thank you guys for spending some of your busy Monday with me. I appreciate it. Happy sales, and we'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day.